started in 1939 when Germany, under the far-right Nazi regime, attacked different surrounding countries, which caused the country to come into conflict with France and Great Britain. Its other allies, Italy and Japan, also participated in the war. In 1941, the United States got involved after a Japanese attack, and so did the Soviet Union after a German breach of trust. In this time, countries participating in the war used propaganda to rally their countries to help with the war effort. Propaganda in World War II relates to this year's History Fair theme because propaganda in general, whether true or false, spreads and communicates information to people by promoting a specific idea as part of one bigger agenda. In World War II, propaganda was used to spread the ideas of helping your country by, for example, enlisting in the military, or in other cases, warning people about the enemy in a sometimes racist way. Propaganda in World War II influenced history by influencing people to continue the war effort. By seeing the propaganda being distributed by the government, it inspired them to help their country. The Office of War, led by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, helped boost wartime production and turn the tide of the war using propaganda to boost morale by using aspects of American culture. They also used movies and cartoons to depict their enemies as monsters that needed to be stopped. Some propaganda from this time are very famous and are staples of history, like this piece called Rosie the Riveter, and this piece called I Want You for the U.S. Army, which was used in World War I but was reused for World War II. Since this propaganda was being made in wartime in a very large-scale war, one of the main focuses of World War II propaganda was to get citizens to cooperate and take jobs that would help win the war, like joining the army. But also because of the political climate at the time, propaganda was also directed at enemies. Some propaganda depicted enemies as menaces or even in racist imagery, like this poster showing a stereotyped Japanese soldier, with the poster also describing him with the derogatory term Jap. World War II propaganda is important because it shows us how governments communicated ideas to their people. It shows what methods the government used in order to motivate people and put different concepts, either real or false, into people's heads. It also shows how governments made people perceive their enemies through this method of communication. Unfortunately, that way of looking at enemies was in a racist manner most of the time. Propaganda also led to important events in the war, like Japanese internment camps in the USA, which was a consequence of fear of the Japanese in World War II. Thank you for watching my documentary. I hope you learned something about World War II propaganda. Goodbye.